Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you are here. Hey everybody, my name is Casey Eberhart and I want to just take a quick second to thank you for jumping on here. We're going to have a little conversation about lead generation for your business. And what I'm about to show you will work for any business in the world. I will say as we get into it that it might get a little bit more impactful for the smaller businesses, maybe the network marketers, the small business owners. But this could definitely be worth your while as a whole and as a big strategy for your lead generation. By the way, before I get started, hey, if you are having trouble with follow-up, I created a guide and a checklist on 20 ways to improve your follow-up. You can grab that if you just head over to cashflowwithcasey.com. Okay, so head over to cashflowwithcasey.com. Just tell me where to send it. It's yours free. You can go check it out. So, for those of you that don't know me and I don't know you, my name is Casey Eberhart. I live in Los Angeles, California. I'm a business investor, entrepreneur, strategist, consultant, and I run a program called the Platinum Inner Circle, which is a high-level mastermind training accountability coaching program for business owners that are committed to producing extraordinary results. So, lead generation. It's one of the foundational pieces of any business because without leads, you have nobody to talk to about your product, good, or service. And so I did a program several years ago. I spoke around the world and trained on this literally around the world and sold a program called 147 Ways to Generate Leads, ... how to have more leads than time. And that CD set we sold all around for around, we sold it anywhere from $9.97 to $19.97 depending on the event we did. So I thought over the next few videos, what I would do is take some of the more creative ways out of that program, split them apart, and kind of go a little bit in depth. So here is a very unique way for you to generate leads for your business. And I'm actually going to say that if you, right now, if you're watching this later on, we're in the middle of a pandemic here in the States. And this is an easy way for you to be able to generate leads for your business without talking to anyone and actually having your lead generation do a couple of other things. Clean your house and generate leads for a low amount of cash. Okay, so here's the deal. I want to talk to you now. You can adapt this to however, what I'm about to show you, I'm going to use eBay as an example, but you could use Craigslist as an funnel. You could use, or a way to do this, you could use Etsy. You could probably even do something like this on Fiverr, but I'm going to use eBay just for the sake of today's argument. Okay, so check this out. So we're going to talk a little bit about eBay. Okay, so here's the deal. Where you are right now, after you've hit the like, comment, and or subscribe button, right? There is a subtle hint. By the way, have I told you to go to cashflowwithcasey.com yet? I know I did. So, okay, so here's the deal. Think about who your ideal customer is in your business. Okay, now, if you have trouble and you don't know who your ideal customer is, that's worth a chat with somebody. I'm happy to help you with that, but I'm going to make an assumption that you know who your ideal customer is. Okay? Now, my guess would be that in your house or in your apartment right now, if you were to look around on your bookshelves, you would see books that speak to your ideal customer. 9 times out of 10, most business owners have books in their library that are identical to the same type of books that their ideal client might enjoy. So if, for example, you sell stuff to folks that are religious, this works. If you sell stuff to those in health and wellness, this will work. Entrepreneurs, this will work. Real estate, this will work. Remodeling, this will work. It will work across the board. Okay, so here, check this out. So I know that my ideal customer is a business owner. They're an entrepreneur. They are going to read a certain subset of books, or those books are going to be attractive to them. Okay, so I just went to my own bookshelf and I looked around and I said, hey, are there any books on this shelf that I am no longer using? That I'm no longer using, okay? And so I just grabbed a stack, a small stack, right? So I grabbed 6 books. Okay, so I have Robert Kiyosaki's Retire Young, Retire Rich. I've got Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv. I got your first year in network marketing. I got The Magic of Newsletter Marketing, which is an interesting book. I haven't really read it, but I've had it for years. It's just sat on my shelf earning some dust. I've got Marketing Tidbits by my friend Eli. And I have another one here, Guide to Investing by Rich Dad Robert Kiyosaki. Now, let's just pretend that my ideal customer would read these books, but my ideal customer, I don't know how to get the books in the hands of my potential ideal customer. So here's what you do, okay? Here's what you do. Oh, I should have grabbed one more thing. Oh, it's right here. So let's just say, sorry guys, I should have planned this a little bit better. Okay, so here's what you do. You're gonna go clean your bookshelf. Okay, so number one, clean bookshelf. Okay, and you're gonna take all the books that you no longer need, and you are going to list them on eBay for no more than $1. Okay. Now, even if the book is worth $5, $6, $7, $10, the idea is here you're not making money on the book. What you want is the person that buys that book on eBay. Okay, so let's say I put this book on eBay, Rich Dad Guide to Investing. I put it up on eBay for $1. Somebody buys that book for $1. Well, what has to happen? I have to be able to collect my dollar, and I have to be able to send out this book to the customer, which means I have a way to communicate with them through email, through eBay's internal system, but I also have all their PayPal information and their address because I've got to send them the book. Now, here's the kicker. I just created this. This was for an event that I was doing a couple of weeks ago, so this isn't even really valid anymore. But this is, let's call this a flyer, a marketing piece, if you will. Well, here's what you do. You simply take this, you put it inside the book with a little note to the owner that says, hey, hope you enjoy this book as much as I do. Hey, by the way, if this book speaks to you, I inserted what our company does as well. And now I just send it off. Okay? So now think what you just did. You decluttered your house. You got rid of books that you're never going to read again. You've made $1, which basically means somebody has paid you to get rid of your junk and to get your marketing message into their mailbox. Now, if you're like me and you've done this a few times, or you're like, oh my gosh, my book collection is my most important thing, well, here's the difference. Here's what you can do. Now, remember, we're going to go sell these books on eBay for $1, right? So when we come out of this, you can go to garage sales and thrift stores. That's what I do. I go into garage sales and thrift stores, and I buy every book that my potential customer is going to read, and I do this, and I sell them all on eBay for $1, okay? But let's say, for whatever reason, you can't leave, you test positive for COVID, whatever, you're at home, you can't leave your house. Here's what you do. You just go search eBay for these types of books, right? And people are practically giving them away, you guys. They're practically giving them away. Scoop them all up, pay a couple of bucks for shipping, right? Because you're going to recoup that when you sell them anyways, and resell them for $1. But the key is your marketing message is inside the book with a strict call to action. Call me. Check this out. Now, if you want to have extra credit for this, I'm going to give you another little psycho way that if you really want to go crazy with this, okay? So again, let's just pretend that let's pretend I own a marketing agency, and I bought this book called Marketing Tips. Now, this is done by my friend Eli, so I'm not going to sell this book or give it away. But what I could do is, let's say my website, Cashflow with Casey, was all about marketing tips. I could go get a rubber stamp made that says, for the best marketing tips ever, visit cashflowwithcasey.com, and I could then just literally go into every chapter on a used book and stamp it multiple places. And basically, I've just turned this book into a marketing piece. Now, that book is forever branded as a marketing piece for Cashflow with Casey because I stamped it in here. The guy throws it away, ends up in a thrift store shelf. Who knows? It could then generate leads for us for years to come. So you guys, I hope this was helpful. I would love your comments. Give me a like, subscribe, comment below, and we might be giving some prizes away. So with that, you guys, I hope you'll check out that eBay strategy, and we'll see you on the next video. Have an amazing day, you guys. Go give somebody else an absolutely awesome day. See you guys next time. Ciao.